Hey Scrappy friends, thanks for stopping by. Today we have a layout using DLS design. I can't remember which collection is this. That's terrible. I think it's February's. I think. I should have jotted down which collection it was. I am using a sketch that I actually designed for the Hey Little Magpie online crop. But before I get started on that, oh, this is for the Mad About mini pads hop as well. So there is going to be some links in the description for the others taking part. Check out their videos as well. And I've just used a 6x8 paper pad for the layout, none of the 12x12s. The only 12x12 is like my background, and that's some cardstock I've had in scraps in my stash for ages. So yeah, before I get going, if you're not already a subscriber, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what you enjoyed. Not sure what to say, just pop a scrappy emoji for the sake of engagement. And yeah, that out of the way, let's get scrapping. Hey, right, I'm just having a play on my breaks from work to show you this. This was the original layout that my sketch was based on. So the sketch is basically this. So I created this, loved it, made the sketch, and then made that layout that I don't like. So instead I'm using the 6x8 paper pad from XOXO from DLS and the 6x4 pocket cards and the 3x4 pocket cards. And you know, basically it's my interpretation of Mad About mini pads. So it's what I thought I'd do. We're going to cut these in half, or we're going to cut that one in half. We're going to have this one here because that's going to be where it's like a subtitle-y bit. So that subtitle-y bit, so I'm flipping it. We're going to have a pattern card instead of a photo. We're going to have a journaling block instead of that photo. And then we're going to have this piece here. And I'm thinking as well that it's this bit, I'm going to do that, and then a bit of that down the bottom for this bit for my main title as well. And then we're going to go from there. So this was just a quick update whilst I'm having a play on my break from work. Let's get it all thrown together, and I might do some mixed media. I haven't decided yet. Might do some stamping. I'm not sure. Let's see how we go. Okay, welcome back. So I have decided I don't want it on white. I'm going to put it on this now. I'm putting it on this because it's quite close to these like tealy colours. I think this is an old Stampin' Up one, but I can't remember the name of the colour. Yeah, it's got me stumped. I'm going for a colour because I want to use this acrylic piece from the same collection as one of my embellishments. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this down so that, I always use this upside down. I want to trim it down so that this is sat within the page. I'm just going to take, I'm going to make it 1/2 inch smaller, so it's got like 1/4 inch border on the white. So 1/2 inch off one side and 90 degrees turn and 1/2 inch off the other. So we've now got 11.5 by 11.5 piece of card. We are then, let's move these things off, going to stick that to the middle of that. So sorry, just finding some adhesive and scissors, because we may just need both. So I had originally planned on this layout being for the March Mad About mini pads hop. But because I was unwell, I didn't get it completed and I've ended up doing it for now instead. I'm thinking I might do some stamping on the background. Just having a look at these stamps are from this collection. Story Details number 7. I've gone and piled everything on top of my original layout, which I'm using because I've not printed my sketch out. I'm going to use this piece, and it's going to be so that comes out from the line of the photos here a little bit, about here. We are going to eyeball it because I don't know what I've done with my T-square, and you know I don't like eyeballing. And then the tag is hanging off over here. Now, naked tags do not work for me because there's red in these. So we're going to do some red. This is Hey Little Magpie, American Seam Binding from Hey Little Magpie. And funnily enough, the original has this ribbon on it too. So this was the 6x4 pocket card, and it's got this gorgeous design on the back. But we are going to use this side. Bring that down just a little bit. Like that, and then we'll faff with what we're doing with that later. Then got the photo, which I'm going to put in this corner. Because I pulled this up off a different layout, these foam pads might not stick, and some of it's had the sticky pulled off and left on the old page. And that's going about here. That looks straight enough. Now, with these bits, we are going something like this. Now I've eyeballed where to trim these at, so they may need a little adjustment. I'm actually thinking I use the other half of that one, if I can remember where I put it. I'll put it back in its wallet. Because I'm using the two halves of that for like my spots for my title and subtitle. So I think we should stick with the same pattern. How much have I trimmed off that? Trimmed 1/4 inch off. I might actually need to be a little bit more than 1/4 inch. We'll just use that as a guide. No, that seems to be okay. So we're just going to trim 1/4 inch off this. Okay, and they're all going there like that. Now I've got these down, I'm like, oh, I should have inked around the edges. And I should have done something on the back, but I've gone, right, that wet glue's not stuck yet. Let's pull this up. Right, we are going to do some mixed media. I can find a pencil. Went off digging for stamps, and I can't find the stamp set that I'm absolutely sure it had. It's the L Studio one with the different pattern stamps. I can't find it. Right, so I'm just going to draw underneath where these layers are. I'm just going to add stamping for texture. This isn't mixed media card, so I'm not going to risk it with the wet stuff. Let me just how high this is coming as well. My photo is going to be there-ish. Okay, and then, so that's going to be height-wise about there. Okay. So this XOXO from this L Studio set, like LE Studio, sorry, I call it L Studio, but I'm sure it's LE's. So I am just going to do this in black soot, and it is just to add a bit of texture to the background. It's that XOXO as well. I think it's something like Hugs and Kisses. I don't know, it's not an English thing, but I believe it's meant to represent hugs and kisses. Yeah, I'm just going to go black soot because I'm going onto a dark coloured background, and I'm not going to get too precious about the fact that Distress ink doesn't stamp perfectly, because this is just for texture for the background. I'm just going to fast forward through the stamping. I do change the stamps quite a bit, so I randomly, just in 3 places, put these XOXO stamps. I then swap that out for this kind of more bordery, strippy type
one of the 3 lines with the hugs and kisses and the dashes. Get that stamped in those 3 spots as well. So that's the LE Studio stamps. I then bring out this darkroom door film strip and decide I want to do second generation stamping with this, so it's not quite as dark as the rest. I have put a scrap down the bottom, just I wasn't quite sure. I'm not quite sure why I did that actually. I think it's because I didn't want it coming all the way down. I've then just like randomly with fainter, with whatever ink was left on the stamp there, just randomly dusted it about at the top and bottom of where the photos are. I've then took this diamond darkroom door stamp and done first, second, third, fourth generation stamping, just randomly popping that about the page as well. Like I said, stamping was just to add a little bit more texture with the background cardstock being a flat cardstock and not not textured cardstock. I just wanted to add a little bit more to the background. I kind of I did prefer it against the white, if I'm absolutely honest, against that white American Crafts textured cardstock. So adding this stamping, and I need it against the coloured for the white, the white um, acrylic pieces to stand out. So, I need to change it. So just adding this stamping just kind of makes the page a little less flat. I think I'm just now putting the pieces up against the page, and I hadn't actually gone high enough with the stamping for it to show around the pattern paper. So I'm just going back in and adding a little bit more, just to make sure you can see that stamping popping out above and below where the pattern paper and the photos going, and I'm happier with that. So I just start sticking everything back down.
Okay, so the photo is actually straight, which is amazing. And I've just arranged them better. So from this collection, where's my acrylic piece gone? There it is. I'm going to have this acrylic piece up here. I'm probably going to have the ribbon come through there like that. And I thought I'm going to use this Bramble Fox white acrylic piece here. So we'll do that. I've then got, God, so much stuff on my desk. So much happier with this than I was with the original layout for this photo. And it's going in a different album for the original layout that the sketch was based on. So that's good. Put that there. I'm going to put that there. And then we have, I need to stop piling things on top of my inspiration piece.
So faff quite a bit and thought I would get you back on fast forward to talk you through this bit. So I'm cutting this kind of frame note journaling spot kind of piece down, and I've put one piece sticking out from the left there under where the title is, so you can see the florals. Now I'm putting this other piece up here. Now I did actually not cut it off quite wide enough. I cut it so that I could tuck it underneath, and then realised actually I wanted it higher up because I wanted the florals visible around the heart. So I do then, think, oh, that bit of ribbon will cover it. But I do find something else to go in there. So I used this floral piece out, the die cuts out, the embellishments, which has got like the pinks in, which are in, the cluster over to the side that I'm about to add. And, it fills that gap where I have cut the journaling card quite thin. I've then cut this circular frame in half, and I've got some of the florals sticking out at the bottom where the title is, and some sticking out by the side of those hearts. And I like, you've seen me do this before where I've cut frames in half and stuck them in different places. Now using these labels, and I do grab a couple of tickets out the die cut pieces. I think there's a pink one that I put over on the right shortly, and I just bring that over so that you've got those like two, ticket type embellishments over the side. And I think I am almost done with the embellishing, so I'm going to go back to talking real time.
Mad About mini pads. I've used 6x8 mini pad, paper pad. I've used 6x4 and 3x4 cards as well. There's not a 12x12 pattern paper to be seen on this layout. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to get everything stuck down and do some close-ups at the end. Have a great day. Bye bye.